Here we go.
All right, let's go.
All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's DJ MOJOE. I'm here with DJ Kara. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Hope everyone had an amazing new year. Can you believe it? It's 2021.
If you work in a team, you should.
And this is going to be our first live talk for the year. So excited to be here and really excited for tonight's topic, which is about DJ websites. And we are here to help you out with it, share our thoughts on it. And this is something I'm passionate about. So put it down in the chat. Where's everybody from? We got Darren here, Stressless Entertainment. Hey, what's up? And then we got Taco Cat. Good to see you. So put it down in the chat where y'all messaging or where y'all watching this from. Put it down in the chat. This is something that, we want this to be very interactive. As much as we're going to share some information with you, we want this to be, a two-way street, where we're basically answering your questions, and we always want to hear, your side of the story, what kind of things you're struggling with, and to see how we can help. But put it down in the chat. Where are you guys watching this from? And this is the first time, welcome. I'm going to put down the chat real quick, so I can pin it down in the chat. But Kara, do you want to go and introduce yourself for those people who who don't know you just yet?
Yeah. What's up, everyone? I'm DJ Kara, based out of Los Angeles. DJ all different sorts of events, from bars and clubs to weddings to corporate events, just all of them, all kinds of different sorts of events. I met Mojo, I don't know how long ago, 4 years ago or something like that. And we just kind of stayed connected, and I'm happy to share knowledge with Mojo here. Looking forward to getting into it.
Awesome. Yeah. So, we've been known each other for a while, and DJ Kara and I have been good friends, and she's growing in industry, and it's if you watch other videos of me and her talking like this, helping you guys out, it's down on my YouTube channel.
Yep.
So Everardo, yo, what's up? Yep. Thanks for tuning in. So it's okay. Don't be shy. Feel free to just chime right in. We got DJ Digo. What's up? All right. So go to porns, DJ Webs and Porns of it. All right. So I'm going to post up something in the chat. And then there's also resources down in the description for any time you want to check out the resources. I've left some links down below. And you can check that out on your own time. But I definitely want to make this content packed with lots of information for you guys. I want this something to be very helpful, and hopefully, you guys can take something away from it. I'm going to pin this in the chat. All right, perfect. So the reason why I think websites, okay, I don't know for those people, everyone's websites are different, right? Especially in the DJ space, some people, they just neglected their website. Some people, they want to improve on their website, but they don't know exactly what to do. And we're here to help you out, just see where you're at and some kind of things that we can do to help you guys out. And it'll be me and DJ Kara sharing our thoughts, and feel free to chime on in the chat what you guys want us to talk about. But the whole topic is about websites, whether it's to help you grow your brand, whether it's to make more sales, just to basically have a good footprint in the digital space. So what's up, Hector Ramirez, iDJ Entertainment? Good to see you. And I'll ask some questions, and, DJ Kara and I will give some feedback, but let me ask something first. Kara, you ready?
I'm ready. Okay. I'm ready.
So how has your website helped you lately in the past year or so? Why is having a website on your end super important?
I mean, I think, website to me is one of the biggest, most important thing in my opinion to my business. It is pretty much how I get most of my business. I think if it doesn't help me find the client, just through having good SEO on my website, it also, if it doesn't help me find the client, it helps me back up my myself in terms of legitimacy, and lets people that maybe know about me, hear about me, just they go to my website, they look at the pictures, they look at the content, and then they're sold through that website. And so if they're not finding me through the website, then it's just the way to get people to still book me, because they might see me out at a bar or club or at an event, I give them my card, then they check the website, and it's just a good way to say, hey, she's got a lot of experience. They get to know me. I try to put up as much content as possible so that they can get to know me through the website. And I just think to me, it's my most important tool to really getting those gigs and getting business. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Important.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Kara. Mitchell, hey, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Mitchell is a great MC in the area. Definitely check him out. So for me, the importance of the websites for me, like, I know it's something that you have control of. That's something that you personally own. I mean, sure, you can have your digital footprint in Facebook, MySpace, or some other Twitter. But the thing is, when it comes down to it, all those social media websites, they all point to a central website that you have control of. You don't have control what Facebook does to your content or post them up on Yelp or Wedding Wire. It's good to have a central hub that you have control of how you want your clients to experience you. And it's super important just because it is the first touch point that they get to experience with you visually, right? Before they even before they even pick up that phone and call you, before they put down the contact form, before, they reach out to you in any way, your website visually and the whole experience with it's the first touch point. So it makes sense to make it as best as it can be. So that way it increases your chances in their eyes that, hey, you know what? This is the right DJ for my event. That's the importance the reason I can't, and the reason why, like, I don't know for those people who haven't tried to make their website better, but one of the great things that I've gotten like compliments on is my website from couples and clients. When I asked them what made you reach out to me or contact me, they said, truthfully, the website. And that's huge. And then ding, 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 keep that in mind. That's something important. And I think that's an important message to share, because if you have a great website compared to your competition around the area, it helps you stand out that much more, as that's the first initial touch point. So that's super important. Anyways, that's my thoughts on that. So we just want to reinstate, like, hey, you know what? Website is important. Okay. Yeah. Now the next question is, okay, what kind of things should you have in your website? What should you do? You can do so many things on your website. What's working? What isn't really working? Put it down in the chat too. So I have a question for all of you is, do you have a website? I guess number one, do you have a website? And how confident are you with your website? Like, do you love it? Do you like it? Do you think there's still room for improvement? What's working? What's not working? So put it down in the chat. We'd love to hear, like, this is not just us speaking to you guys. Like, we definitely want this to be, to go both ways. And while you do that, so Taco Cat asks, do you both use DJ EP for your contact forms on your website? Okay.
DJ EP. What is DJ EP?
DJ EP is DJ Event Planner. For those people who don't know, Carrie, you don't use DJ Event Planner, right?
Oh, you know what? You got me on that for a little bit.
Right. Showed you that.
I used it for a little bit of time, but no, I never got really into it.
Yeah. No worries. To answer Taco Cat, everyone's different, right? Personally, I don't use DJ AP for my contact form. Just for me, people love it as a CRM for DJs, and you definitely can, but I have a different way of collecting information. So that's one way. DJP, I think it's $20 a month to do that. But personally, I don't do it because I think I found something better that actually kind of fits more into my brand. I don't like the look of my website, because look just kind of important to me when, like, on the website. Okay, Pure Vision Entertainment. Oh, what's up? Yes, I have a site, but definitely needs improvements. Cool. Yeah, let us know what areas are you trying to find and do on your website. Maybe we can talk about that. Pure Vision. Oh wait, that's Jared, right? What's up, Jared? Hey, by the way, I watched Jared earlier on Crate Hackers. He's one with the cowboy hat. But what's up, Jared? Good to see you here. Everardo. Your feedback on my website through Fiverr was incredibly helpful. Yeah, you're very welcome. Everarado's, he previously, before this, he asked for some help on his website. I helped him out personally, and and gave him some feedback. So that's been really helpful. DJ Digo says, I don't like mine. I feel like I don't have enough content. Oh, okay, Kara, maybe you can talk about that too in a bit. I've done more than 30 weddings and never worried about content. Beginner mistake, I guess. Okay, so we'll definitely talk about content. And maybe, Kara, you're good with that too, okay?
Yeah.
And then...
we have... and yeah, I guess I'm curious about the content. You said you've done more than 30 weddings. But so you're saying that you didn't get enough content, DJ Digo, at those 30 weddings, and so you feel like you don't have enough as you're building out your site? Let us know.
Yeah, speaking about content, that's the great thing about your website is that you have full control of the content that you put on. I mean, there's different kinds of forms of content, whether it's pictures, whether it's video. Maybe just go through your phone, see what images you've collected, and try to make the most out of it. Repurpose the content. And I think that's been helpful. So for example, if you have some pictures of a wedding, but you don't have a video, make a slideshow. You can use iMovie on your iPhone, and you can do a voiceover, you can talk. So you can kind of repurpose it. Not only can you have pictures on your website, but you can create a video with your voice, kind of explaining whoever's watching the video what went on that event. And then boom,
that's great.
Now you have a video.
That's a great idea.
And
that's
then
an awesome idea. Wow. I have never thought of that, but that's like such a solid way to do a video.
So you're creating a video out of some photos, and you're kind of giving more value to the viewer who is watching that. Content is huge. And if you ever paid attention to some other website, corporate websites, or just landing pages on different websites, if some of them actually have a video that they want you to click on, and it kind of shows whoever's watching it that or their process, who we are, what we do, what kind of problems we solve, and why you should choose us. It's kind of like a minute trailer of like, hey, this is what we're all about. So you can create content like that with the existing photos and videos that you have and combine it into like a trailer or something short, and boom, there we go. That's like the main video that you can put on your homepage. So that way people love video, and the more that it kind of engages more, the more the better. So content, definitely work in content regarding what it is. I mean, we can go on that, but definitely with websites such as Squarespace, I mean, Kara, I know you post up some what other content do you put in your website? Like besides like,
I mean, for me, I'm all about content. I think it is and really in business, I would say like, it's just something that's so important just to have a lot of content. And so, I mean, I do a ton of mixes. I think that's, to me, been kind of an edge for me. And I think that if you love creating mixes, put them all up on your website, because a lot of times I'll get booked and or I'll get an email from my website saying, I love your mixes. And normally that's kind of an easy way for them to see me. They can go through all different sorts of different styles that I play, and they can have a really nice idea. And it's, by putting that on the website, it helps me get booked and helps them, they listen through it. They're going to email me because they like it. And so I think, mixes is a big thing for content for sure. As DJs, having as many mixes that you can put up, if you can do it, just get them up there. And, maybe a variety of mixes too. And then also, photos, I have a ton of different photos because I think, first that kind of helps with SEO and things like that. But tons and tons of photos so people can see what I'm like. They can see the settings. They can see me DJing. And then, writing about it. I have a blog as well. So I write about, certain events and things like that. So I just think content and those are the main sorts of content that I focus on, those three. But just content is everything, and just being creative with the way that you put it. Like Joe, you focus more on video, which I think is awesome. And so if you're more into video, maybe focusing on that, but just having a lot of different kind of content as much as you can. I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be different, but like just trying to get something out there and putting effort and getting a lot of it, I guess is the thing that you should be doing with your website. And so for me, mixes, blog, and pictures has been my kind of thing that I focus on. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, because I remember when I was talking to Kara, she was telling me how some clients book her just because of her mixes. Like they're so dope. Like Kara, like they listen to your mix, Kara, and then after like, oh, we like her, and then they book you.
I just think mixes
that.
is just like, if you can do a ton of mixes, just do that. Because for me, it's like almost every time I'll get the email, and most of the time they'll say that within the email, loved your mixes, and then that's a really easy book, just right there. And it's just because I have probably about, I'd say like 14 mixes up, and it's just been throughout the years. I've been DJing for over 7 years, and I would say that's, that might be like a good 4 years of mixes, and so it's not like I'm just cranking it out, but it's just the stuff that I've made over the years. I keep them up, and I just continue to add.
Right.
Okay. One, so people know what's the most recent, but
I think you froze for a little bit. No, you jumped. You froze a little bit.
Is it
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Like, no. Yeah, absolutely. But I just think, I have about 14 mixes, maybe it's 16. I don't know the total, but it's just accumulated over the years. And so I just suggest, as you're starting off, getting this website going, start creating mixes, start getting them ready, because I think that that's just another really important thing. The more mixes, I think the more easily people are going to want to email you and want to book you. So,
So just to be more technical on that side, like that's great things, right? Like definitely talk about mixes, pictures and video. So we, just a FYI, we use Squarespace. I mean, there's other platforms where you can create your own website. But one of the things about Squarespace is like, you don't have to know coding. It does it for you. And that's the great thing, is like anyone can do this. And as long as you kind of just a little bit more tech savvy, it takes the time to get used to the platform. But the great thing about this is that, for example, the mixes, instead of sharing your Mixcloud to your clients, you can embed your Mixcloud mixes to your website. And you can choose different formats, whether it's the big or the small or super compact mini. So at least they can stay in your website and all the information is there. So that's a great thing. You can definitely embed stuff with the mixes if you're using Mixcloud or SoundCloud. And also about the pictures, Carrie, you mentioned about like SEO. For those people who don't know, use the alt text setting on your images. So each image, there's an alt text option where basically you can type up something. Because imagine the visually impaired. They can't imagine someone's computer's internet sucks, okay? And it can't load up that image. If they can't see the image, how do they know what's on the image? The alt text replaces the visuals, and you give it a description of what is shown on that picture. So for example, like people are dancing, you can put the alt text people dancing at something venue. And that will help also with the SEO. So go back to your pictures, check out the alt text.
It's so SEO. Important. It is a very, that helps with SEO significantly. So that's a big thing. And so tons and tons of pictures, and getting more into pictures, I want to touch on is, and I know, Joe, you have this on your website. I have this as well. A professional picture, I think, is needed as well. I mean, it doesn't have to be like you got to hire a photographer and you got to do it. But I would say just trying to get a really good photo of you on that first page is another kind of sales point. Like, it shows you're professional. It shows you, a great photo of you with the good lighting or whatever. That is also something that I think can help you stand out. And I think in general, the website is something that kind of helps you stand out and sets you apart from other DJs. You make it you can do what you want with it, but you want to use it for that standing out. And so a good photo is also something that I would, highly recommend for just, of course, a lot of photos throughout the website, but I'm just talking about that first page and getting that really professional photo, just something that just kind of draws the clients in, like, okay, let's learn more. Let's see what this DJ is about. So.
Right. Totally. Yeah. Kara has great pictures, and either like you can have a professional do it, or maybe you can have like an assistant do it. I don't know, but get some pictures of yourself. Because
it's just something. Yeah.
Because whether like No. Because Carrie, you and I are like we're solo op DJs, right? And we are our own brand when it comes to it. So it kind of makes sense to have at least some kind of pictures of us. So that way they know, okay, can this DJ fit in with our event?
Exactly. Exactly.
So good. So I'm going to go through the comments here. You guys are doing great. Keep it up on the comments. We're definitely going to go through each one. We're not going to forget or skip any of you. But we just love the feedback, because the more we understand what you guys want, then the more we can give back. So, okay. Hector Ramirez, I have a website paid for everything and haven't finished it. Okay. Well, Hector, why haven't you finished it? I mean, I think it's a good part. It's like, do you want to finish it? Because I know, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people who like, there's different ways how to handle a website, right? You can either do it your own, it takes time, but you just don't know what to do, right? Or you can outsource and have someone do it. I used to do that. I used to be in your shoes, Hector, when I paid someone to do it. But the truth is, like, you're paying a lot of money where you can do it on your own. And second, when you want a change to happen, you would have to wait several days. You got to approve and make sure that they understand what you want. So it really depends on you. But I do recommend, if you do have the time for it, especially now, right? Try to check out either Squarespace, WordPress, some other sites out there. I mean, you can check it out that you can possibly start, doing our own or learn how to do that. So yeah. And then DJ Digo, yeah. And then site needs help. Okay, so we can talk about SEO. Yeah, we can talk SEO in a bit. Okay, SEO is something important. So we talked about content so far. Jared, we can talk about SEO. DJ Digo says, true, never thought about that. I'm having a photo session this month for my website. Can't wait to share with you.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah, I really think, I just think that the photo, and I know I just said this, but yeah, I just really think that first photo is super important. And that's great that you're having a photo session. Yeah. Try to, you'll get a great photo. You put that on the front page. I think that just is really that starting point to draw those clients in. But anyway, I know I just said that. I just wanted to second that again.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, good job, Diego. Looking forward to seeing that. Taco Cat, do you have someone that is consistently updating your site for you, or is it all you? Kara?
Oh yeah, so that, through Squarespace, and like Joe just said, is that when you have somebody, you hire somebody, it's it's going to cost a lot of money, just like Joe said. But when you do it through a site like Squarespace or Wix, you can update it, and just taking that time to learn. Like Joe said, we have time now. Taking that time to learn, it will help you in the long run. In the long run, because you're going to be able to update on your own whenever you need to. If you want to change something really quick. I don't really, especially with the whole virtual thing that kind of happened. Obviously with everything going on. I had to quickly shift, and I had to quickly change my website up, just so that I could say, hey, booking virtual events, and kind of just promote that a little bit more. If I had hired someone, it'd be a lot harder. So yeah, I do update it myself, and just taking that time to learn Squarespace or Wix or whatever you want to use will, make it so you can always go in and update, and you're going to be saving a lot of money too. So to me, it's just taking that time is important to do. So, yeah.
Well, Taco Cat, ultimately, because Kara, you have control, right? Like you can do whatever you want, especially when you need that time crunch where oh shoot, I have to promote myself as doing virtual events now. If you have someone else do it, that may take a couple of weeks. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Right. It might even take longer. It could take a month. It could take you finding that person and then getting back to you. Then, then you're going back and forth of how to get it right, how to make it look right. And so just doing it yourself and having that control, to me, it's just such a leg up. You're gonna be able to do things quicker and be able to get everything exactly how you want it.
So Taco Cat, there is a little bit of a learning curve, but the thing is, once you learn it, it's not that bad. We can do it. We don't know coding. You know what I mean? Here's the thing.
Exactly.
When you start up a website, yes, there is a lot of front work in the front end to get things up and running, but all you have to do next is just maintain it. Kara mentioned something important, which is blog posts. Blog posts is something that you can always update on your end about an event you did, a mix you just posted, a video you create, anything really. It's blogs are yours, and blog is going to definitely help SEO. So that's something you can do, and it's really just type it up, and edit it there. But there's going to be very few things that you're going to be maintaining and updating your website, maybe updated pictures, updated information about you, blog posts, you update some mixes, but that's not going to take too much time at all.
Yeah. And it's just going and knowing what to do, going in there, you know, getting the pictures, making sure you do the alt text and you can learn that. That's super easy. And, you know, just changing just whatever you need to change. But it's super quick once you kind of know how to do it. And to be honest, it, like Joe, does it even take very long to even learn? It's a learning curve, but it's like you get it after like a little. It's like, oh, okay, I get this. It's kind of like that once you're doing it.
Yeah. And here's the thing too, like these websites, they have, well, especially Squarespace. I love their help center. And by no means, like I'm not affiliated with Squarespace. I just love Squarespace because I've been using it for a while.
Me too. I'm with it. I'm with you on Squarespace. So, but come on.
So here's the thing. Of course, they want you, like, there's a barrier, right, on how to build websites. These people who like Squarespace, of course, they're going to have like a resource center or a help center to help you with these little things like that. So if you don't know how to update a blog post, I mean, you just type, Google is amazing. Squarespace, like when you type it up, like whatever you need help with, like as long as you're resourceful, they have an answer for it, you know?
And it's
like,
so straightforward. I feel like I learned how to do my entire website. I was just like, Squarespace went into the help. It was like all the answers immediately. And it was so straightforward. I really recommend Squarespace too, but
yeah. Cool.
Easy.
Yeah. Well, good. Hope that answers your question, Taco Cat. DJ Dash TV, you've got the best slogan, bro. Thanks. Thank you so much. Jared says, how do you alt text in Squarespace? Oh yeah. So depending on your website building platform, you know, WordPress, Wix, whatever, Squarespace, a little bit different. And I had to go to the help center, just like what we talked about earlier. And according to Squarespace, their alt text is the same thing as their caption. So you do have an option to either display that caption or hide the caption. Either way, that alt text is still going to show whether you display it or not. So I hope that answers your question, Jared. Okay. Hector Ramirez, best compact camera for capturing photos and video, Canon G7 Mark III. I mean, dude, if you have the money for it, sure. I mean, you can just use your iPhone, bro. Just use your iPhone.
I don't know. I don't know that camera.
Yeah, well, I used to start with a G7 Mark I, and people say Mark II is good. But really, what really matters is knowing how to take photos to begin with. Know the basic principles of composition, lighting, and also the editing and the colors and all that. That's more important than the actual camera itself. That's my thoughts. And actually get a camera that you're actually going to use instead of a big bulky thing. You may have this awesome pro big camera, but if you're not going to take it out at your event just because it's so bulky and huge, then, you know, maybe it's easier for you just to get a small camera.
Yeah. I just wanted to say though, like real quick, because I don't have a camera. And so I just wanted to mention that, like, I don't have a professional. I guess I do have one, but it's like really old and it's not, you know, going to give me, I think the iPhone will give me a better photo. But I'm just going to say, though, that for me, the way that I got my professional photos, some I did, you know, pay for as I kind of got going with DJing and, you know, got to a point where I was doing more gigs and building out my website. But there are ways to get photos for free. And that is, you know, just networking with photographers that are up and coming. That's something that, I mean, in LA, there's that opportunity that comes about a little bit probably more often because there's a lot of photographers out here. But there are ways to network and get photos that are professional that, you know, for no cost are very, very low cost. And that is just through networking. There's a lot of photographers out there. And I'm thinking in a lot of different other cities where they'll be willing to take a photo for maybe a shout out or for very small pay. And you can get that professional photo that I'm talking about, that first page professional photo that way. And get, instead of having to look for a camera to buy or anything like that, you can just do it that way and save some money. So
That's awesome. Yeah.
Just wanted to mention that before everyone goes out and buys the camera.
I know, right? Oh, wait, speaking about photography, Mitchell shared a handle, Steve Mayer Photography. Thanks for posting that. So see, that's the great thing about the chat. Like I love the discussion here. You guys are helping each other out. So I have to check him out. Maybe I can help and get some more headshots for myself too. That's awesome. And then Jeff, oh, check this out. Jeff's here. What's up, Jeff? He says, hey, Kara, hey, Joe, best tip I learned from you too that has held true is to remember that your website is yours. That's right. You own it. Use your social media or other mediums to funnel clients towards your site.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is yours. And like I mentioned earlier, like it's the way you set yourself apart. You can do whatever you want with it. Like you can get whatever photo you want on that first page. You can do whatever you want. You can put as many mixes. You can put as many photos. And then SEO is another factor of that. You can make it, you know, if you focus on the SEO, you can get it to rank very highly, which can bring in clients. And I just think, yeah, it could really, by having a lot of mixes, having a lot of pictures, and being well ranked on in Google, you can get some pretty awesome clients. And so it is your baby, and you can really separate yourself and stand out within your, you know, within DJing, within your business, I guess is what I should say. So it is yours, and you can, I know I'm rambling, but you can really help yourself. I'm just really a big proponent of websites.
Yeah. Same here, Kara. Same here. Like you should have, like everyone should have their own website, like period.
You really should, and focus on it and cultivate it and build it. And you can really, you know, get a lot of different business, and it can catapult your career, in my opinion. So.
Mitchell Guzman, get your new headshot. That's right. Get your new headshots, guys. Let's see. DJ Dash says, would you say getting a website should be done before a possible wedding wire subscription? You know what? That's a good question. I mean, technically you can do whatever you want, but what will be better is, yes, having a website done before wedding wire, just because once they view your wedding wire, here's the thing, you don't have control of exactly how your profile looks like on wedding wire. And I think most people now, especially everyone who's online, they're like, all the clients, they're going to do the research. And if you don't have a website, they're kind of questioning, they want to see more work, and then present, you know, basically experience it the way you want them to experience it. I mean, wedding wire can be great, but the thing is, I think there's limited on the things you can do with it. Because there's a lot of DJs on wedding wire. How else can you set yourself apart is having your own website. And that's basically, they're doing the research. Wedding wire is a first touch point. What are they going to check next? Your website. I mean, that if you don't have one, they could go to their competitor and your competitor that has a website, and they can see even more content about themselves. So exactly. I think you're just missing an opportunity to actually share what you're all about. So I recommend having a website first before ads on wedding wire.
Yeah, I think, you know, the goal of a website should be to make that the first point that people find you, instead of going the opposite way. Because, I mean, because you can do that. And, you know, with the website, you have full control. And if you cultivate it and you work on it and you build up the SEO, it will be the first point that people find you. And it'll be an easy sell because you have all the content up and you're showing off of who you are. So it could, you know, it can be the secondary thing. If you have the wedding wire and you have like all these different sites where you're on, it can be that secondary thing. But I think the goal of it should be the first thing, so that clients are coming there first. And, you know, you can still get clients coming from the other websites, but the website is so good that it's getting clients first too. And so that's, at least that was my goal for my website. And it does that. And I think that for me, through my experience, I mean, it's just been so amazing to still get the clients coming from there. And then also it backing up the clients that come from the wedding wires and the knots and, you know, all those other outside sources. So yeah, Yelp and all that.
So yeah, go building off with that, Kara, like, and DJ Dash. So with the website, see, here's the thing. I don't know how familiar you guys are with funnels and basically the journey, how your client experiences you. If it's wedding wire, I think there's a form, they fill it out, you know, but where does it take them? You know, like how much do you collect the email, or can you redirect them to an external page to give them more information? If it's your own website, you have complete control of how you get the information, where they go afterwards, what kind of information you want them to show next. You control their journey. If you don't have a website, you're leaving the journey up to those websites, Wedding Wire or The Knot. So I think one thing is like having a website will definitely help you stand apart from other DJs. And
absolutely.
And maybe it'll be another discussion to see what kind of ways to build your website to help you stand out. That's another topic, but we can get into that. But for sure, so we talked about a lot of things so far. Content, we talked about content, a little bit of SEO, and SEO goes over everything, but we'll try to cover SEO a little bit too to see what other areas you can improve on. That's super important. Everardo says, if you have a student email, you can get half off of Squarespace for the first year. Nice.
That's amazing.
There we go. That's a good hack for the first month. Save some money that way. Mitchell Guzman, no problem ego. That's his IG. How do you break that conversation? Oh, I forgot what he's referring to. Sorry, Hector. Do you remember what?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, it's all right.
How do you break that
conversation? Maybe he'll come back to it. Jared says, yes, have a site because couples will contact you directly through website. Exactly. Now, depending on your CRM, I think it stands for Client Relationship Management. I mean, one of them that Taco Cat mentioned was DJ Event Planner. Because basically you're collecting data, and where does that data go? Into a database, your own database of clients, of information where you can track down their email, their names, their date, their venue, whatever information you want to store. So you have more control if it's going through your website than through another source out there.
Exactly.
Let's see. Everardo.
Sorry, I'm reading it out loud.
Oh, go ahead. You can read it.
I posted a picture of my new headphones on my IG story, and that alone got me a lead to my website.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
It can be that easy sometimes. They could just see something and then go to your website, and then they learn so much more about you and get to hear your mixes and see you. And, yeah.
So we'll definitely talk about leads. That's super important. And leads basically traffic. Okay. Hector says something. Photographer, DJ photo sharing. Okay, so let's answer Hector's question since he asked that first. I think you can talk about that, Kara.
So he's asking, how do you break that conversation with the photographer? Okay. How do you find that photographer? I got it. So this is what I did. So I mean, to be honest, you can just hit up photographers on Instagram and just ask, which is something you totally do. But if you don't want to do it that way, you can put up a post like on Craigslist or on any kind of one site like that, and just saying like, you're a DJ looking for photos. Just see who answers. And I think, there might not, it might take a couple of tries, but there are photographers out there looking to take photos just to get that experience, especially of a DJ, because a DJ is something, it's kind of cool. It's action. And so, I've been approached to get photos, and then, and I know I put out an ad at one point to get photos, and people really want to take photos of DJs. And so I think you can get it, and you can network, and you can find that person, IG, like I said, I think a really good way is just asking, photographers that look like they're up and coming on IG and just saying, hey, I'm up and coming DJ. I'm really looking to get photos. Can we do a trade? I'll give you a shout out, and just asking and see what they say. I think it's a good method.
That's awesome. Yeah.
You'll be surprised with what people would do. A lot of people would be willing to, I think.
Yeah. I need to do that. I need to get to your level, Kara, of those pictures. Thanks for asking, Hector. But yeah, get those shots, put them on your website for sure. And then DJ Dash says, do both of you personally use any sort of boosters for your site, such as Facebook ads or Google ads? If so, have you noticed a big turnout, or has it been a noticeable difference of hits? Okay. So what Everardo and DJ Dash are talking about, they're basically talking about traffic to your website. So there's different ways how to do this, like organically or paid. And a great source, like for example, Everardo's His was organic. He said he posted his new iPhones on his IG story, and that alone got me a lead to his website. Got him a lead to his website. So that's great. So like, here's the thing, like your social media, that's a great thing about social media, because you can put out content out there that kind of entices people to check out your website. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like for those people on my like Instagram, like if you watch my story and that's why you're here, you saw my Instagram story and I gave you like, here's something that I'm going to do. Check out my website. There's a link. Kind of like that. Like basically you have to give something of value to them that will get them enticed to visit your website. And that's one free way to do it, to get traffic. And it's up to you. That's why I have a website, because you can guide them through that chain of events that you want them to experience. Now, if it's Facebook ads or Google ads, there's a very great source by Dominic Perrone. Shout out to him. I don't know if he's out there watching, but he's out there. And for those people who know him, super great guy, great marketer, and he specializes in Facebook ads for DJs. So definitely check him out. But his program is called Booked Solid. I think it's booksolid.biz or something like that. But he helps DJs with Facebook ads, maybe Google ads. I'm not exactly sure just yet, but it's a way of getting traffic, because like once you put up your website, it's just there, right? But the thing is, how do you get people on there? Because here's the thing, since we're on the topic of traffic, right? Not everyone is ready to buy. Not everyone is ready to book you as a DJ. They're just doing the research, right? They're just stopping up a website. What's this guy all about? You know, I'm engaged, but I'm not ready to plan I haven't booked my venue yet. I want to see who's out there. Now, a couple of things can happen, right? They can stop on your website. Okay, this guy looks cool. And then boom, that's it. Gone. You didn't know that person even landed on your website because he or she wasn't even ready, right? Now, if you have, I'm like getting into this. So to really capture that lead, and for those people who don't know what lead is like a potential client, potential prospect, okay, who could hire your services. You can capture their email somehow, and then you have full control of what kind of information and value you want to share with them. And they call it nurturing. So that way down the road, when they are ready to buy, they're going to contact you and you give them so much information. Now, how does this apply to your website? When you do Facebook ads or Google ads, you can target them to a page or a little section on your website to gather those email addresses. That's what you want to be doing. And then that way you have in the back end of things, once they sign up to your email, like I'm sure you probably have gone to some websites where you wanted something, you had to put in your email to get that something. And then what happens, and then you check your email inbox, you get like a whole bunch of automated email responses to like give you, basically keep you engaged. Hey, don't forget about me. I'm still here. I'm here if you need a DJ. You know, this is what I can do. Or hey, this is like the perfect playlist for your wedding day. Or you can share different things. This is the best 5 tips to have a packed dance floor. But basically, you're nurturing that lead. So use your website. The most effective way for Facebook ads to work is not just to point them to your website. Hey, like you exist. Not just that, but you don't know where are they in the buying cycle. Okay, whether they're just researching or ready to buy, or just, I don't know, they stumble upon your website. So the best thing you can do is use those Facebook ads to get traffic, but saying that you're willing to give something of free and value in return. Like imagine I'm just a stranger and I'm not ready to buy a DJ or to check out this DJ, but I'm very interested. What are the best songs of 2021? I want to find out. And then I click on the Facebook ad and it led me to your website. And then it says, oh, do you want to know the best songs of 2021? Put in your email address here. Boom, you click it and takes them to your website. You give them exactly what they wanted. But then you're like, hey, you know, but if you're looking for a DJ who can mix these best songs of 2021 for your party in a way that will get people up and dancing, and combined with mixing other songs, or planning a party, I'm also available to DJ. So it's kind of like a hook for them to your own website. And sorry if I'm getting advanced here for anyone. It's like, hopefully it's nothing like too much. So DJ Dash, you just unloaded a whole load of advances right there.
I'm curious, Joe, though.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I've never used ads. So I actually, to answer DJ Dash's questions, I actually have never paid for Google ads. I just more pay actually I paid for Facebook ads. I have to say I have like spent maybe $3 like total. I just like did a little trial to see. But so I'm curious how I guess I'm kind of in DJ Dash's position. Like, how long have you used ads? Like, do you still use them, or is that something that's like a consistent thing for your business?
Or,
yeah, for your business, yeah.
So I used to in the past. I used to use ads, but not anymore. Because first of all, I'm a solo op, and I think now my strategy is more organic without paying ads. Like I'm no longer in Wedding Y or anything like that. Like I just like the way I'm running things now. But initially at first, I get it. Yeah, we're trying to put your name out there.
Wow.
Ads work only if you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
that's interesting. Yeah, I've never used them, but that's cool. That's interesting that you have. Yeah. And I
think ads are great. Like, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just, we keep on cutting each other off. But go on, finish what you're saying. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. I think there's a little bit of a lag, but go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I like what you were saying about using that ad to get that lead, kind of that email, so that you can kind of continue and keep them on your site. And I feel like that continues that cycle of content. Creating that content, letting them get to know you, but it makes it so that you're actually emailing them and letting them know, which I think is like a super smart way to get people and get them kind of consistently knowing about you through that ad. So I think that's super smart. It's just, I find it really interesting because I've never used it. So.
Yeah. That's one way. And I think it's great, especially for those multi-op DJs, companies who have multiple DJs and who are looking really to fill up their calendar. Like it's a great marketing strategy. And if you want to look into this further, it's called email marketing, and combine that with ads. I mean, you'll be in a good spot. But don't forget, they are checking out your website, and you have more control of whatever you want to share them about yourself. So great stuff. So that's great. And by the way, who's still with us here, put it down in the chat. This has been great. You guys are awesome. Leaving down in the comments. We're here to continue this topic about websites and tips and strategies. Put it down in the chat. So far we talked about content and help me if there's anything else we talked about, Kara. Content, a little bit about SEO.
Yeah. I think it'd be interesting to talk about, because we're talking about website. I think it'd be interesting to talk about what a DJ should have on their website. Like what, should we be, promoting? What should be the page, like each of the pages, Is there like a set, like for me, I would say I have my homepage, just about me, quick, something like that. And then I have a mixes page, of course, a content page, contact page, and then reviews, which I think is also important. And then I have a page where it kind of goes over each of the events that I DJ. So weddings, I go kind of have a little bit about that. Bars and clubs, I have a little bit about that. And then also I have corporate, where I have a little bit about that. And those are kind of the different areas where I highlight and kind of how I've separated. And maybe we can get into how you have designed your website and what kind of pieces of content or things that you want to promote to each of your clients, to your clients, I guess.
Yeah, no, totally. So for me, I have a landing page or just basically a one long page of everything revolving around weddings. And I used to have like a different, how on your navigation on the top bar where it says like different areas where they can go to. Before I had a section of just like media, like containing videos and pictures. And then I used to have a tab of mixes. That works too. I think for me, I was really trying to simplify things based on my services. And instead of having a separate page of those mixes, I just incorporate it into that specific service that I do. So for weddings, for example, in your weddings page, I only display wedding mixes. And then on my my parties or nightclub page, whatever you want, you can really put in those club bangers, like the club kind of mixes.
Yeah.
So that way, like each part of your website is tailored to that specific kind of event. So yeah, definitely have a page, like a landing page of like that particular service that you do, whether it's through weddings, maybe corporate events, and that shows that you're very specializing in that particular area or service. So
actually, like going back, I remember like back when I was designing my website, I actually got that idea. This is funny. I got that idea from you, because now when you say that, like I looked at your site and I remember you did have like the corporate, and then you had the wedding, and then you had I think you said like, here's what you can expect, right? And then you have a mix, right? Or something. It was something like that. Anyway, I remember I did kind of look at that. Yeah, I remember it was something like that, because I looked at that. I was like, that's such a good idea. And I did take that. I'm sorry, Joe. I did take that idea and I put it in.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
And I put like, because that's really smart, I think, to have those pages and then have a mix, like talk like that, where they can literally like listen to the mix and have an idea of what might be played. I think that's another just really good selling point. And having those different, hey, this page is about this. This is what it might sound like. And this page is like this. This is what I do. This is what I offer. And this is what it might sound like. It's just like, again, setting yourself apart and giving clients more and more detail about who you are as a DJ.
Right. Yeah. And you know what? Like, we do these things on our websites. And the good question is, how do we know it's all working? Right. Couple of things here that you can check out and do is, one, go to your maybe Squarespace or Wix. Usually these website building services, they have what is called analytics. And you want to check out these analytics to see what part of your website people are staying on. And the particular metric that you definitely want to take and pay attention to is the bounce rate. Because the bounce rate tells you like how many people are quickly just checking your website and then leaving. Okay. So the lower the bounce rate, okay, that's how you know that people are actually staying on your content. Okay. Hopefully my internet is still okay. Hopefully it's good. Yeah. Check out analytics. Yeah. Because the thing is, like, we and that's the thing, you have to check out, like, maybe spend maybe a few weeks, try to figure out your numbers and see what changes you apply to your website to see if it actually made a difference or not. Like, that's the ultimate way to know. It's like, okay, these are numbers, these are facts, this is data. And it's really just being able to interpret that data and try to figure out, okay, what can you tweak to make them stay longer or take certain actions on your website. So that's something important. So check out analytics. The other thing, I discovered this from Dominic Perrone. Shout out to him again. All right, check out his thing. I'm not affiliated. Like, I'm not getting anything of it. So I'm just giving you some great value here. It's booksolid.biz. I think that's what it is. He shared this website called hotjar.com. And it's kind of creepy. Okay, it's kind of creepy. So I can give you a heads up. But you can actually see the mouse, like you can see the mouse of where the guests on your website go to on your website, like where they click, where they navigate, and you can really see what they're doing on your website. So check out Hotjar.
I'll check that out.
So check out Hotjar.
Okay. So are we in sync? I know we're a little off with our the lag, Joe.
Yeah, I don't know if it's mine or I don't know. Hopefully it's okay. Yeah. No, you were talking about Hotjar or something like that.
Anyone that's like, for all of you watching, we apologize for that. But thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all the questions. We're a little bit on a lag right now.
Yeah, sorry about that, Karen. So we talked about like analytics and just making sure, like, I know everyone's here is going to, like, after this, they're going to like update the website and really take note of how is the state of your website now. Check out the analytics, the numbers, and then check out the analytics, the numbers and data after you apply the change, because that can kind of give you more concrete details whether it's working or not. Okay.
Yeah.
So going through the chat, Hector Ramirez says Honeybook. I use the contact form to capture emails. Perfect. Yeah. Honeybook is another CRM that you can definitely use.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh, she's a DJ TV. What's up? I think that's her first chat. Yeah,
What's up?
I think
She's the DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have another female DJ. What's up?
Nice.
Good to see you. I think it's good to have different types of marketing around the board. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Different types of marketing. That's probably honestly using the ads, having SEO, that's probably the best way. Having email marketing like you, Joe, like that's amazing, just to kind of keep people always engaged and remembering you and, knowing about you. So that's awesome. Have you guys been being big time ballers? DJ Dash, no. Have you, Joe?
Okay, so it's quite DJ Dash asks, have you guys been big time ball? Oh no, dude, don't worry. Been approached by third-party companies or other business to become sponsors or wear their brand on your site? Not on my site, but although it is maybe possible. But here's the thing: who's your target audience? And depending on what these businesses are, I mean, if these are DJ companies, I probably wouldn't want them on my website, like their brand or logo, because it won't speak to my clientele, which are wedding couples or just regular people who's looking for a DJ. Maybe if it's something like, I don't know, I know DJ Rick Webb, he loves Bang, like Bang energy drink, right? Maybe that'll be great sponsorship or promotion and put on your website under nightclub or something or parties, right? Like to show that, hey, keep the night going, right? Like it has to fit to your target audience and like what you're trying to market yourself as. Like if it's weddings, imagine like Wedding Wire. Like for example, I don't know, Wedding Wire sponsors me and I have like a Wedding Wire or the not official logo. Like I don't know, like for some reason, or I don't know how it's gonna work because it never happened to me. But just keep in mind that you don't just want to promote everything or anything or everything that people are giving you, because that may throw off your brand and what your customers experience. Yeah,
exactly. The overall experience might be weird if you have a bunch of different brands on your site. So, but if it fits, like Joe said, then it could be great.
Right.
Yeah. So the next one, can you guys discuss reviews on your site? Are you copying and pasting them and bringing them over from your other platforms? Oh, that's a good question. Do you want to start, or I can go ahead and start this one?
Yeah, go ahead, Kara.
Yeah, so I think I actually embed my reviews from Yelp. That's kind of, I typically guide all my clients, and actually I might change this soon because I know that, I'm starting to get reviews on Google now, and it seems like that seems to be the better place for me to get reviews. So I might change it and bring them over from Google. But right now I'm just embedding from Yelp and putting my reviews on a page and just having my clients review me on Yelp, and then just transferring them over and having a page just full of all of my Yelp reviews. I think there's so many different ways of doing it. I think copying and pasting it is totally a way you can do it, and just, just quoting the person and then having their name, and just having a list that way. I believe with Google, if you're getting, reviews on Google, you can embed that way. But there's so many different ways to promote your reviews, but you definitely should promote your reviews 100% on your website, as many as you can promote.
Yeah, exactly. Reviews are huge because, as you know, for DJs, it's really what we do for our clients is more of an experience. It's not like a regular photographer where here's our pictures and here's a video. Like it's not a videographer where you can just, here's our videos. For DJ, there's so much more that we have to share. Like one earlier that we talked about is content, and how can basically earn the trust of future clients. They want to see reviews on our site. Now, Hector, your question is about how, right? Before I used to be in the past, I used to embed. Right now, what I do is copy and paste the words onto my website. And then if they ever question me about it, like I have my record on Yelp or Google, like they can always check it out there. But the reason why I copy and paste is to make the look more consistent, to actually look like flow better onto my website. And shout out to Alan Berg. He's a great guy. I think I read one of his books, Shut Up and Sell More, or I forget one of his books, but he mentioned something, and hopefully it's him. Hopefully I'm quoting him right, or some other guy. I think it's Alan Berg. But he said something about the reviews. If you can imagine, these couples or whoever your clients are, they leave you long reviews. No one likes to read a long review on a website when they're just trying to get a better feel of who you are. But initially, like, take out the best parts of that review to like a 1 or 2 lines and incorporate that into your website where it fits. For example, if you are putting your mixes out there on your website, maybe right below your mix, you put a sample quote or sample from someone's review saying, DJ Hector Ramirez mixes so smooth, I didn't even know there was a song transition. That particular, even though it's like this huge paragraph, but you took a snippet of it and you put it in that mixing section of your website, it makes sense. So so not only did you just share a mix of you mixing, you also shared someone's thought of it at an actual event. So you're like combining 2 things. So I guess my point is, like, you don't have to copy and paste the whole thing to your website. Maybe take several snippets of it, because you already have the full review on Yelp, Wedding Wire, Google, and you can always back it up. Like, hey, check this out. Like, you don't believe me? Check it out here. But at least the context of how you are displaying your review on your website is displayed in a way that it kind of makes sense as they enjoy and view your website. Mm-hmm. So I hope that makes sense. So shout out to Alan Berg for that. That was very helpful. Definitely read books, guys. The only way to learn is you have to read. You have to like research out there. Like, you learn so much, and it's just, I don't know. That's little tips.
Did you Audible it? Because I'm a big fan of Audible.
I think I Audibled it. Yeah, Audible.
Yeah,
that's a verb now. Audible it. Audible.
I don't know. But I mean, I say that I read, but I'm like, it's all just in my ears.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah. I guess you could hear things too. I use Audible for other things.
Yeah. Anyway, that's cool. Do we have any other questions? Is there any? Who's still with us? I guess, was that our last question?
So far in the chat, but you guys have been amazing so far. We may wrap things up soon. I know it's been an hour, but I put it down, any questions, and put it down in the chat if you found this hour session with us valuable. And we're definitely going to leave this up for the replay, so that way other people, other DJs can benefit from this. And there's a lot of topics regarding websites that we probably haven't covered yet. There's other things I could share with you, but it's definitely going to be a while. It's definitely going to be a while.
I feel like there's so much that goes into websites that there is to share. You're right. Maybe we can do another hour going in just a little deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's great too. Like, if you enjoy this, if there's something that you want us to definitely continue with another session, or, if you want to reach out to us personally, there's something down in the description down below to have a little bit more one-on-one time. Maybe you can help answer any particular questions you have, or let us know what other topics you want us to talk about next time on here. One thing, if anything, if no one's putting down in the chat, like, I have to share this because it's been huge for me, is, and not all people do this, but hire a copywriter. And I'll put it down in the chat.
Wow, that's a
huge tip. Hire a copywriter. Not a copywriter as in like to stop you from like someone copying your work. Like regular copyright, like a patent kind of thing. I'm talking about copywriter.
Copywriting what I put up.
Yeah. Copywriter, for those people who don't know, it's like the words that are on your website, because that's super important is like being able to communicate, being able to sell yourself through words before the client even speaks to you on the phone. And the more, if you pay attention to websites where they're trying to sell you something, pay attention to the words that they use to sell you. That's copyright. That's called copy. The copywriter writes that copy and apply that to your website. That's you're going to communicate with your client or your guest or whoever's stopping by the website on a deeper level that actually really engages them about why they're there in the first place. And if you know how to communicate with them well on that level, and they haven't even spoken or see, my grammar is wrong. If they haven't even spoke to you yet, then
I don't know.
Spoken to yet. So excuse me. You know, you just come across that much more because they're going to think of themselves like, wow, this DJ gets it. They understand my problems. They understand my concerns, and they understand what I'm facing right now. And he seems like a person, or he or she sounds like a person that can actually help me. So that's something huge. Definitely recommend hiring a copywriter. I spent money on one, kind of expensive, but it was well worth it because at the end of the day, I knew that people loved it, and I got people to schedule that meeting with me, to fill out that contact form and book that call with me. So that's been huge. Check that out. Hire a copywriter.
Yeah, I want to second that because the copywriter could also help with SEO, which is something that we kind of touched on. And if you have a copywriter, if you go ahead and do it, hire a copywriter, you also can find someone that might have SEO knowledge that's going to be, editing your work and putting in more keywords so you'll be more likely to be found through Google. So another thing that, it might cost some money, it might be a little expensive, but there's two benefits. It's an SEO and getting that right copy in the right words, just like what Joe was saying. So
Right.
I'm gonna add that in there.
That's right. I forgot the SEO part. Right. I forgot that's huge. And there's other aspects that we probably won't have with time to go for today. Design, okay, and other ways, different strategies on how to get clients to book you. Should you display pricing or not on your website? Graphics, text, font, colors. There's a lot. It's a visual element, that people are experiencing about yourself. So, I think we should wrap things up. But we have an active chat, and all of you guys have been very helpful and we really appreciate all the engagement and questions you've asked of us. And definitely going to leave this up for the replay for anyone else who has any questions or just want to go back to the material. Just do us a favor and just share this video with any other DJs who could possibly benefit this from. And if you haven't already, follow DJ Kara on Instagram. And do you have a YouTube channel, Kara? I forget. You do.
I do. It's DJ Kara LA, I believe. I don't put up a lot of videos, but hey, I'm being inspired by coming on here every other week. I always get that question. I'm like, maybe I should put up a video and continue the YouTube journey. I tried to start a YouTube channel at the beginning of the quarantine, and I kind of got something going, and then I stopped because I got busy. So I might, I don't know, but I do have a channel. It's a few videos on it if you want to check it out. Just mixing videos mainly.
So if you follow DJ Kara on Instagram, and if you tender for pictures there on Instagram and you show some love, she's gonna start a YouTube channel and actually start making videos. There we go. See, there we go. That's some kind of incentive right there. We'll see if that works. We'll see. We'll see. But hey, thank you all so much. And Darren, thanks for stopping by. I hope you took some valuable information. I know it's only 1 hour of content of just stuff that we're just trying to give you and share with you. There's plenty of resources out there, and we love to get into more detail. There's just so much that we can't really cram into this 1 hour. But hit us up. I mean, you know how to hit us up on Instagram. Leave it down in the comment section down below how else we can help you guys out. But catch us again, maybe in a couple, maybe not next Tuesday.
2 weeks from now, we'll probably do another one. We'll be sure to post about it and let you know. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Jeff is saying peace.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Jeff. Cool.
Jeff was with us. We used to do this thing called Bites and Beats. And Darren, as well as Jeff, were with us in those meetings where we did the same thing, DJ talk. Right. But yeah, so just shout out to them. Thank you so much for joining us. But yeah, we'll probably come back and I'd say 2 weeks, Joe.
It's been 2 weeks. Yeah, give us the topic. Yeah, we'd love to go over any other things that's on your mind, and we'll love to go deeper into the topics. So, but once again, thank you guys so much. I'm DJ MOJOE.
Yeah, DJ Kara.
All right, thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll catch you next time. Take care. All right,
bye, guys.
Bye.